Hi everyone, it's Denny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with a stamp from Picket Fence Studios. This is Unicorn Friend. So I am popping it onto an acrylic block from Lawn Fawn, just giving it a quick wipe over with my chamois just to get rid of anything that's been left over in the manufacturing process. Just laying out all of my stamps here, just trying to fit on as many as I can on my Express It blending card, just so that I'm not wasting any of my paper. Alright, so I'm just using some Memento Tuxedo Black, stamping all of those out. So this is a new stamp company to me. I haven't used any of their stamps before. Can I just say these images are just the sweetest things, and as you can see, the images stamped out absolutely perfect. So I am cleaning off my marker in between there. I tried to edit all of that out. I must have missed a bit. So I do always keep all of my cleaning products on my desk, so I kind of clean my markers as I go. They do end up a little bit sticky otherwise, and I try to prevent that as much as I can. So I'm using some neutral grey Copic markers on the images today. I am only colouring up one image on the screen, but I will be making two cards using these images. So I did use both of the images, and I will have the process video of both of the cards. So that's pretty exciting. So I'm just working my way through colouring it all up using some of my V markers in, I'm assuming it's a little girl, it looks like a girl to me. So I'm using VO4, VO6, VO9, and then I'm going to throw in some V markers, some blue markers, and some yellow markers. So try to give it a nice and bright coloured hair. Just wanted them to stand out that little bit, and I will be fussy cutting these images out. That's why I wasn't too worried about the sentiments being too close. So I'm just finishing up the last few bits of the little unicorn, and then we will get going on the card making process. So like I said, I do have the videos of both processes of both of the cards on this one video. So if you only want to watch one, that's fine. You can stop the video after the first one. Otherwise, I'd love for you to watch all the way through. I will have all of the details on my blog. And here is card number one. Isn't that just the sweetest? So I'm using some papers from a basic grey paper pad. It's the Mint Julep, and it's the 6x6 paper pad that I'm using. Just trying to pick out a few colours that have a few of the colours of the unicorn's hair in them. Just working my way through just a few bits and pieces. Flattening out my card base. They do come to me completely flat, so I need to use my bone folder and fold them out. So I've grabbed a couple of bits of plain coloured cardstock and just using my ATG gun to adhere them all. I've cut down one of the pattern papers, and now I'm just trying to work out my layout for the rest. So here I have cut another piece down, and I've just cut a matte layer using some white cardstock. And off screen, I'm just doing a quick fussy cut of the image. It has been sped up. I don't really fussy cut this quickly. Just making sure that you do move the image rather than the scissors. Adding in a doily. My pattern papers, just trimming one of those pieces down to sit behind. Adhering all the layers together. Using one of the sentiments that I cut out, I decided it needed something else, so I've just run through a Lawn Fawn stitched circle die. I'm just using some of my white cardstock, bannering the edge of that sentiment, and then I'm adhering it down. So that's the first card pretty much done. Well, that's what I thought. I decided to add some ribbon down at the last second. I've had this ribbon in my stash for quite a while. I am a ribbon hoarder. So I'm just adhering now the image down, and that will be just about complete, just adding it onto the Kucha Creations card base. And finally, I'm going to decorate the inside of the card, and then I'm going to add some Nuvo drops to the front of the card. So I will have all the products listed on my blog, and you can find all of the links below my video. So popping some Nuvo down. I prefer the dome shape, so I do try to pat it down on my hand before I let them dry. And this is now card number two. So I'm using the same pattern paper pad, and I am fussy cutting this image as well, but this time I'm using no white space. So there's not going to be any white around the outside of the image. So I've cut all the way to the edge of the stamped image. Alright, cutting down some cardstocks and some pattern papers. Decided I might as well use some more of that ribbon while I've got it out. So I just tried to change up my card layout a little bit just so that they do look a little different. And adding a doily. Just trying to work out which sentiment I'm going to pop down on my card. Trimming those sentiments up. Adding that doily down and the circle. Sorry for that message, that's my son just finishing school. And I'm adhering the image and the sentiment down using some Tombow Mono Multi. I'm going to quickly decorate the inside of the card. And now popping the front onto the Kuja Creations card base. Again, adding some of those Nouveau drops. And that's done. So I hope you liked my video. If you would be happy to subscribe, I'd love that. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.